Welcome back to an episode of the Wrestling Aroundup, where we go through the biggest news in this week's world of wrestling. Joining me is a world-class wrestling journalist in the form of Aaron Franklin. Aaron, how are we doing?
Not bad, but that is not the correct introduction anymore.
Right, Terry Peters got it all wrong last week. He
Well, he
didn't
did,
even
yeah.
call it the Wrestling Roundup.
No, wrestling around, yeah. That's what he called it, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
but
I've listened to it. I always listen to the start, see how he gets on, and I've blanked it from my memory. Okay,
yeah.
he did
Well,
it the wrong way around, and he introduced you first.
I think you'll find it's a world class wrestling journalist and Corvette driving, Aaron Franklin.
So, okay, sorry.
Yeah,
World
that's
class wrestling journalist and Corvette driver, Aaron Frankfurt. Aaron, how are we doing?
yeah, very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm absolutely dying, but we'll get through it. Soldiering on. I've made it to the new show, so
Yeah.
not everybody has. Also joining me is the. You won't get any new fucking nicknames I should be aware of before I do it, have you?
Well, I didn't get them all last week, Ross, so just the
So
regular
the
ones will do.
ever present, world renowned, wonderful Scoop L.
Scoop L.
Do you have any scoops?
Yeah, I've got a massive scoop, Ross.
What is it?
I've got a new camera angle. You don't notice? I'm a bit higher up than normal.
No,
Didn't notice
I
that.
didn't
No one's even
notice.
noticed. Yeah,
You look a bit bluer.
that's the fucking point. Well, that's because my screensaver's on, so I keep changing color when the picture changes. No, I've stacked up my laptop on a series of board games, so it could fall down.
What
My
board
laptop
games?
stand was my laptop stand was upstairs.
What board games?
But yeah,
That's an important question.
Exit the Escape and Exit the Escape, but a different one. It's
Huh?
the escape rooms, but in board game form. So you don't have to leave your house.
Never done one, man.
You can only do them
Never
once,
played
though,
one.
can't you?
You gotta do it once, yeah. You gotta cut stuff up.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm disappointed you haven't done it on like Jenga or something like that. Like
I could have
the
made like
irony
a,
with
could have made a,
it.
I have got Jenga somewhere. I don't know where it is. Must be
Um,
upstairs.
this is getting a bit too banterous, I liking though.
Yeah.
Too banterous for the new show.
Yeah. But
do you have
speaking
any...
of banner us, because it's episode 150 coming up.
Yeah.
I'm still formatting the scripts as we go on. So you two crack on. And I'll
Okay.
interject
Well,
as necessary.
I guess we'll start with the big news that's happened in wrestling this week. And I'm looking through the list that we've got. And I think there's only one thing that actually stands out to me is Vince McMahon has grown a mustache.
It's not just any mustache though; it's a Terry tash.
It is. It's jet black as well, which was shocking, considering there's no other black hair on his person anymore.
No, he's dyed his hair. So that was the other scoop.
Yeah, it's dyed his hair as well.
I mean, Vince McMahon. Let's just get into Vince McMahon. He was obviously there at Raw. Wrestling internet had a meltdown. All of a sudden, any bad booking decision is now Vince McMahon is in charge. Of course, he's in charge. Triple H. To be fair, it's good for Triple H because he can do no wrong. Because if he books something poorly, Vince is back. If he books something well, it's well in Triple H. Vince was apparently sat in gorilla position. I noticed JD from NY had an absolute meltdown. He started crying about it, saying how it was the worst thing to ever happen to WWE. He was apparently only there to say hello to John Cena. People are forgetting that Vince McMahon owns the company still. So I'm going to throw it out there. Do we think Vince McMahon's back in charge?
No,
Yeah,
but I
good.
think some he's got some working relationship still, I think, with him, but he's not in charge, is he?
Yeah, and he's always going to.
I don't think he was at SmackDown last night, was he? Oh, Friday night.
I don't think so.
That was
Raw.
the test, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because Stamford's not far from Boston, so yeah, he probably just popped in.
Well, he's still the owner of the company, right? Until it's sold, Vince McMahon is still the owner of WWE.
Yeah.
I'm fairly sure anytime he goes back, he's not just going to he's going to have a pass, is he? Trying to get past security because he owns the company.
Well, I don't know. So if the commissioner kicks him out, we've seen it happen before. God damn. That's son of a bitch. But yeah.
Think about it logically, though. They're going through a sale. Of course, he's going to pop his head through the door every so often.
Yeah.
Make sure everything's running smoothly, all backstage, etc. So what? They're looking to sell the company. You can't sell a company that's in disarray, so he wants to make sure it's all running smoothly, I suppose.
Is this the biggest non-story that we've had recently?
Well,
I feel like it was still a story because he was there for the first time since he got the boot. So
but I believe when I wrote the list of news this week, the story wasn't that I was at Raw; it was the fact that I'd grown a terry tash. So
And that's why I opened with the big
you
news.
you segued.
and I think that is I think that's the key message from this, right? Genuinely, like, the fact he has a mustache and he's dyed his hair or whatever, which I don't know, I just imagine that looks ridiculous. But I think that probably means he's not going back. He's starting his new life outside of wrestling. I think that's probably it's more an indicator than you think, I think.
Well,
because he's going to turn up on telly looking like the fucking Monopoly Man or whatever, is he? Did you know what I mean? Like
he looks like the guy from Adam's Family, doesn't he?
I'm something so bad, yeah. But I think it might be a natural thing. That is it's not done.
You know how upset he gets about people changing their appearance.
Apparently he doesn't like facial hair.
He doesn't like facial hair?
That's what I used to say, yeah.
Yeah. Then he's got his own mustache.
No,
Sorry, my camera's just decided to stop working.
I thought you were going to come back with like a fake mustache or something.
So did I.
I was waiting for it.
I've already got a mustache. Don't need a fake one.
But it was the most hilarious story coming out of it is that Brian Alvarez. He just to like lampoon Vince decided to like paint on a mustache and like dye his hair like black with like some washout black stuff. But he couldn't get it out, so he had to shave his head.
Is that the next thing? Could he not just had black hair?
Because it was like some weird goop thing, it's only meant to touch up the roots, but he did it like on the whole of his head. So it's just a weird goop and he couldn't get it out. And he was just like, so obviously Vince got a last laugh anyway. But,
and these are people who we expect, we think that they're like the know-alls.
I was going to say he's one of the most prominent wrestler journalists out there.
You don't realise you can get hairspray in the can that dyes your hair black.
That's what he did.
God's sake. Okay, we'll stick with WWE, and we will go to, actually, I think we'll do this first. We'll do Hall of Fame. Rey Mysterio, quite rightly so, has been announced as the first inductee into the Hall of Fame. I believe, I don't know if it's a rumor or if it's been confirmed, Conan, Wrestling Around's favorite, Conan is going to be the favorite to induct him. I know there was people were saying that it's going to be Dominic, but I don't even think it would be right for Dominic to do it, even if there wasn't feuding.
I've got beef for this though,
because it's Conan.
No, just the way. So, what culture can suck a fart? Because their caption for this story was WCW legend to induct Rey Mysterio into the Hall of Fame. Since when was Conan a WCW legend?
Yeah, it's a lucha legend, isn't it? You got to give him credit.
Mexican legend would have been the right one.
Yeah, just what culture? Terrible journalism, as always. It's probably Sidgwick. I don't love it. Probably Sidgwick.
100%.
Rightly so, but yeah, I think the right man is. I don't know if anybody else has been announced since, have they? I think Great Muta is rumored again.
Yeah, so is it Jack Rowe, the French guy?
Oh, right.
Jacques Rougeau.
That's the one. Yeah. So basically, Hulk Hogan's gone on to his done a podcast or whatever, or video, and said obviously well deserved to Rey Mysterio. He believes that they're going to be inducted as well. Because apparently now WWE are asking talent and wrestlers who they think should go into the Hall of Fame each year. Which I think it's a good way of doing it.
Yeah, it seems a bit like it's too close to WrestleMania. Surely we know them all by now.
Last year we did.
It's mid-March. And when's WrestleMania? April
1st.
3 weeks away.
3 weeks.
3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks
today. Does this feel a bit last minute? Or
I feel like they must have been trying to secure The Rock or Batista with being in Hollywood.
I think. I mean, I'm not disappointed at the fact that it's Rey Mysterio, because Rey Mysterio is a legend of the business. However, I'm a little bit disappointed that it's not Batista in Hollywood.
Yeah, I just find it strange. Like, my first instinct with this Rey Mysterio thing was that it's a bit of an angle. Only because he's in a prominent storyline. Obviously, the last time this happened was Ric Flair on it, as we watched last week.
Yeah, I think it's going to develop into a storyline. I can't see it ending in his retirement, but I think there'll be a storyline coming out of it at WrestleMania.
I feel like Dom's going to cut a promo on him during the ceremony or something, which I don't know. I mean, it might not be. They might just like pass off incident free, but just feels a bit weird.
That was my next
I think
question.
what they should do if they're not going to have Dom interrupt is they should write him off on SmackDown somehow.
Yeah,
just so people don't expect it and they can get it properly.
As I said, that was my next question. Do we think this is Rey Mysterio done? A lot of people have said he'll have this match with Dom, big stage WrestleMania.
Yeah,
he's going to have a match with Dom. Is that the best way for him to go out? Because he's been wrestling for a while. You forget how young he was when he started. He's been wrestling for 30 years.
Yeah, and he's resided in California most of his life as well, so it makes sense to retire in his adopted home state, as it were.
I think he will retire and then have some sort of Legends contract, do a bit like what Edge has been doing recently. I don't think he'll go away forever. He won't ever go away from WWE forever. For me, he's an all-timer now. He'll have some sort of backstage role, won't he?
Yeah, I think from a purely commercial standpoint, he's still the biggest Mexican wrestler of all time, which is quite ironic. But he is. Is he the most famous Mexican wrestler of all time? It would be daft for WWE to let that commercial go somewhere else.
Yeah.
So, no, he'll definitely be around. But he seems too good at the moment to retire.
Yeah, he's still can do what most other wrestlers can't.
Yeah.
Like I say, that's why I don't think it'll end in his retirement. If it does, I think they'll keep him off TV for maybe a year, bring him back.
It'd be good to have Royal Rumble spots and stuff like that where he come out. He might even be a trainer or something in NXT.
To be fair, I think he'd be very good as a trainer.
Yeah, he's because he's seen it all. He's worked in every company. He's worked every style. He's even forget about his indie run, don't you? When he left WWE, there's nothing that Rey Mysterio hasn't done.
No, that's it. He did in all the dream matches and everything that was still left, didn't he? I guess when he did that indie run. Like
he's done everything.
He probably could retire. It seems to be given with SmackDown, it seems to be passing on his he did pass on his mask and it got destroyed to old Santos Escobar. Seems to be getting his legacy. It's the way to go. But he wouldn't be a very good manager, would he? Because he's not like the greatest promo in the world.
No, it'd be awful.
Do you know what I mean? I don't think it'd be useful to have him out there every week with Legado del Fantasma, but I assume that's the post WrestleMania feud, is them against Judgment Day.
Oh,
they've been made the new babyface faction, aren't they? So.
Yeah.
Or do we think Rey will? Speaking of, I'm just thought this now because it was rumored, but he said in the past, hasn't he? Dominic has to earn the Mysterio mask if he wants to wear one. Do we think he'll pass on the mask to Dominic, or is it too soon?
I think just because Dominic's like in major heel mode, it doesn't really make sense to me at the moment for him to do it.
I think it'll end in a screwy finish, and Dom will steal the mask, and that'll take Rey Mysterio off TV for a while, and he'll carry on the feud, I think.
Yeah, I just have Rey just win. So I just don't think Dom really needs to win. I think, the fact that Dom's a bit of a loser but still gets in these prominent positions is where like half the heat comes from, isn't
it? Yeah.
It would be nice, wouldn't it? For I know it's the old wrestling thing and you go out on your back, but it'd be nice for Rey Mysterio if it's his last match for him to go out and win. Because Kurt Angle's last match.
Yeah, exactly.
He lost the Baron
Corbin, and he got fucking. I say got ruined. It was already ruined, but that fucking guy in that bar, Furion and Lindsay. But so yeah, I don't want to ask.
Lindsay, I forgot about him. Oh God. So, do we think Rey Mysterio is going to be the headline Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
Do we think he's big enough, or do we think if let's say Batista does get announced, is Batista going to be above Rey Mysterio?
No, I think
a lot of people have been saying it'd be quite apt for them to get inducted together. They've had a lot of history on SmackDown, and there was former tag champions.
I think for the hardcore fans, Rey Mysterio is the bigger one, and he's arguably done more in the business, or had more of an impact in the business. Well, titles, obviously, Batista's had more, hasn't
he? Yeah.
But then you've got Batista, just with his success outside of WWE, is arguably the more famous of the two.
Yeah.
But I feel like they've already announced it by now if that was happening.
Yeah.
I don't know what Batista's doing, but...
usually the first announcement's the main event, aren't they? So,
yeah.
So.
How are they doing it this year, then? Is it because they've got so many shows now? It's not. Is it
after SmackDown? Same
just same crowd as SmackDown?
Same crowd as SmackDown. Yeah.
Is it going to be in the ring again then?
Yeah.
I don't know. I quite like I know Hillbilly Jim ruined it, but I quite like how all the wrestlers turn up in suits. I mean, feel like a proper event. Do that on the Thursday.
Yeah, I think the wrestlers come out on the stage. They have they put a seating area on the stage for the wrestlers.
Yeah.
But I like the old ones, like back in the day when Austin got inducted in that, and it was in like a theater on it.
Yeah.
It wasn't in like a full on arena. It was like a more, I think it was a big theater, like 2,000 or 3,000 people, but all the wrestlers were wearing suits and that. It was a proper deal.
Yeah, how it should be. It's a Hall of Fame, isn't it? You go there. I don't like
because I think the way they did it. I don't. Yeah, I know Hillbilly Jim ruined everything, changed it forever. But I felt real bad for Goldberg because even after the wrestlers left, didn't they? By the time he got on, it was half empty, wasn't it?
I think I don't like angles. I think it should be completely separate because it is separate.
I think they should have the fans should go in tuxes as well, less of them. Make them smart.
Yeah. Black tie event.
Yeah, I wanted to wear my tux and we went. I was bullied. You told me not to. I was bullied. Pulled out of it. We turn up in a tux.
You didn't even bring a tux with you, so let's not have
that. Tux t-shirt. Oh, actually, just while we're on tux t-shirts, I saw someone at SmackDown. They got engaged, obviously, in the crowd, but he was wearing a tux t-shirt when it happened, and I was just like, wrestling fans. Well done. One for getting to convince her to go to the show, and two for convincing her to marry him when they were there.
God.
You look like you could not look more like a wrestler fan.
As I say, if he was to say to me, this guy proposed in a live arena wearing a tuxedo t-shirt to his girlfriend. What wasn't on at that live arena at the time? I would have said wrestling straight away.
Yep. Yeah. But no, congratulations to the happy couple. But just
it's quite risky though. Well, it's quite a good play, I think, doing it in public like that. Because if she says no, that's pretty harsh. It automatically turns on her. It's not you for doing it at a wrestling
it's
show.
like the Impractical Joker's punishment. That's how. No.
The crowd turns on her, so it's good. If you're unsure about marrying her, you don't think they'll say yes. Do it in a live event. And you pretty much have to say no.
You basically
have to say yes.
You're basically advocating marriage by coercion. And I'm pretty sure that's now illegal in the UK.
Oh, God. Well,
in the words of Terry Peters, move on.
Right, we'll stay with SmackDown, well, WWE and SmackDown in ring this time. And the bloodline, it's rolling on. Jey Uso attacked Sami Zayn. He had a full thing, didn't they? There was a full segment. He went outside. He hooked Sami Zayn. There was a whisper. Don't know what the whisper was. He super kicks him, sends him into the ring. Sami Zayn gets beat up. We've all said on this, I think we've all agreed, we think the story is Jey versus Roman. He's the main eventer out of this lot. Where do we see it going now? Or is this to get to the tag team match of Kevin Owens against the Usos?
They're leaving it bloody late because Cody keeps making the save twice now. Well, Cody challenged him on SmackDown last night, and then Sami came out to save him. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's so many swerves in this storyline because apparently one of the rumors is that it's going to be Solo Sikoa versus Reigns.
Well, I've heard they're big on him, aren't they? They're big on Solo Sikoa.
Well, he's not been pinned at all, has he? They just even on live events, he didn't get pinned.
He had his first loss at Raw.
Yeah,
he had his first loss at Raw apparently.
Yeah, and he was he North American champion. He gave it up. He never lost, did
he? Yeah, and they only gave him it just so they could do that. It was really weird, wasn't it?
So they could all have the titles on it on the thing.
Yeah, he won it and then he lost it immediately. Well, give it up immediately, didn't he? Very bizarre. No, I don't. But then it is intriguing though, because the whole Jey Uso thing on SmackDown. He's basically saying he did it because he had to, and he's doing it for his brother. He never mentioned Roman Reigns once.
He's doing it for family, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to turn him, but I had to. So, yeah, I don't know where it's going, but I also think just the way they're doing it, and I don't know if it's just because Sammy's just really sad about not winning the title in Montreal. They're almost setting it up for him to turn on Cody. Because Cody keeps coming out and then saving him or the other way around. And then Cody keeps lifting his arm up to the crowd and, Sammy looks really dejected. And it feels like he's just going to snap on him. It'd be stupid to do it before WrestleMania, obviously, because
It's a good first feud for if Cody wins it. It's a good first feud for Cody.
yeah, if this whole rumored 6-man tag at Backlash, which I don't actually think they should do if Cody wins at WrestleMania,
No.
but if they do, then they could have the 10 then. Sami turns on him.
Yeah. It should have been me, kind of thing.
I think so. I think that's the way they're going for it. It looks like it to me, at least.
The theory I've heard is it's a ploy for Jay to get closer to Roman.
Yeah.
Turn him around, so it's like a double cross.
It's a big risk, though, isn't it, having him turn on the second hottest babyface. Yeah, I'm going to say it. Cody's hotter. The second hottest babyface in the company. You know, if you want to turn him face down on himself, that's a wait a while.
Oh, do you?
So now I'm convinced that Cody's winning at WrestleMania again.
Do you have to wait that long? I mean, let's go back to the Attitude Era. The invasion angle. Kurt Angle turned heel, turned babyface again like a month later.
Yeah,
nobody cared.
Yeah,
absolutely nobody cared.
People dig stuff up into stories too much now. But I also think that's not just wrestling. I think that's just TV in general, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like these standalone sitcom things don't really exist anymore, do they? Like I've just been watching You on Netflix. I've got one episode left. I'm very excited. But oh my god, like you know what I mean? There's so many twists and turns, but it's a still thread all the way through, and it's like, oh, here's a callback from like 4 seasons ago. People kind of expect that stuff now. Like I always bang on about Marvel, but they still call back from like 30 movies ago, or whatever. So I don't think you can just quickly you know what I mean? I think there's more logic involved now, and also it's the next Marvel writer doing it now, isn't it? WWE very big on his continuity.
Yeah. Is he right? Do we know who's writing this storyline?
I don't know. Well, as the cliche always goes, Paul Heyman will probably be involved.
Yeah,
but
and Vince McMahon.
I think it'd be a combination of all of them. Yeah, Vince will have had an idea of where he wants to go, because this was the only thing that Vince cared about, arguably to the detriment of the rest of the show beforehand. But yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be a combination. To be honest, he'll be involved more than we think, as Michael Pierce is. He always gets involved in this stuff. He's like Roman's go-to agent.
Yeah, he's been booking all the matches, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So.
Well, he's a legend in the business. Michael Pierce is. Apparently, once wanted to put spoons on the Hardy Boys.
Spoons. Explain. Oh, he's just frozen at the most inopportune time. That was. Oh. I thought he was recording his ass in the show. Oh, he's back.
I'm back. Oh, so right. So
no, literally, Ross. It was amazing. Like you went spoons, and he froze. I think it was just. Yeah. I thought you were just keeping it in suspense.
No, genuinely. So Michael Pierce Hayes was the manager of the Hardy Boys when he first came onto WWE TV or WWF back in the day, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So, and apparently one of his ideas was to cover their gear in like cutlery, including spoons.
But why?
Because it's Michael Pierce. It's on. I can't remember one of them. It's a Bruce Pritchard. It'd be years ago now. We're talking like 4 or 5 years ago, but it's on there. You're gonna Google Michael Pierce's spoons, aren't you?
I'm still editing the script. I don't know.
Okay, right. So that's enough about the bloodline. I guess we'll just have to wait and see, won't we? That's how it should be.
We ain't got long to wait now.
No. Do we think it's ending then? Right. Before we move on, do we think it's ending at WrestleMania? Do we think we'll have, or do we think they're going to do what they did the other year? Again, 5 or 6 years ago, we thought it was going to end. Lesnar was going to lose to Roman Reigns, and in the end, Lesnar beat him, didn't he? I think.
I think even if Cody wins, this isn't the end of the Bloodline storyline.
Yeah, I agree with Aaron's take. I think
even if they take Reigns off TV, you've still got content. You've probably got another year and a half, maybe even 2 years they could push this storyline on for if they do it right.
Without the titles, I don't think they need the titles, do they?
No, you don't.
No, because the next chapter in the Bloodline story is they've lost the titles. What do we do next? Sort of thing.
It's kind of breakup of the Bloodline.
Yeah. Just as long as they don't keep the Bloodline story going on too long, and like Michael Cole something joins like later down the line, turns them halfway through.
Right, we know it's going to go wrong when Vincent joins it.
Yeah, something like that.
You saying that a Michael Cole heel turn, reminiscent of the Big Dust joining the NWO, will be one of the greatest moments on TV.
Obviously, I was like the only fan on the planet of Michael Cole's last heel turn. Oh, his great stuff. He's running NXT. You talk about some of the great NXT runs. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor. No.
The original
Heel
NXT.
Heel Michael Cole, original NXT. But yeah, that gong. Great stuff.
That Michael Cole's heel run is genuinely the only reason why people don't think he's the greatest of all time. Because they got annoyed at him. Because I think he's better than JR.
It's time to replace JR. Yeah,
but I think he's better.
Yeah, he is better now.
Out there. But that is because of his heel run is why everyone hates him.
Yeah, he'll get his flowers, Ross. He'll end up in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, deservedly so. Okay, we'll stick with WWE then. And Kofi Kingston is expected to be out for 5 weeks, which would mean he would miss WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I don't think there wasn't announced, was there? We don't have any real tag team matches because the Usos are both champions, aren't they? So we haven't got any tag title matches.
Yeah, no, he was in contention for the Intercontinental, but obviously it looks like because I thought there might be a chance to do a 6-way ladder match, but it doesn't seem to be going that way. Does it?
It's going the triple threat way now, isn't it?
Yeah, they're now. I didn't see what happened on SmackDown, but all I know is that Sheamus and Drew McIntyre are going head to head now, aren't they, for the last.
It was a 5-way match.
Yeah,
for the number one contender. And I don't know how it ended, but Sheamus and Drew McIntyre have imploded, basically.
Yeah, now they're facing each other, so I'm assuming it was like a double pin or something.
Yeah, I haven't watched SmackDown, but there'll be, I've only seen a few highlights, but I think there'll be something. I think it's a good way to get the title off Gunther without pinning Gunther.
Yeah, and give Sheamus his moment.
Yeah.
I'm all about Sheamus winning that one.
Because Drew McIntyre will come back. How many times have we said, this is McIntyre's done, and he beats a few people, kicks a few other people, does the best headbutt in wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
He's back on top, isn't he?
They'll get him heated up for his big title shot, Money in the Bank.
Yeah, well, we all thought he was finished when he lost to Roman Reigns and stuff, didn't we? But he's just not. He's just, some people have star power, don't they, regardless of what happens to him. Which is why it doesn't matter. Look at Seth Rollins, how many times has he lost?
Yeah.
It would all lose our shit if he was back in the title picture. Okay, speaking of somebody I don't want to see in the title picture or even in the ring, Kane has left the door open for an in-ring return. I'm going to say this on behalf of everybody at Wrestling Around and in the wrestling community, Kane. Stay away from the ring, please. Unless you two disagree, I can't see why you would.
I don't think we need a Kane.
I don't think we need a match, but I wouldn't mind seeing him doing segment of some scripts.
Bring back Corporate Kane.
Actually, do you know what? I've just thought of this again, Ross. I actually really, really want a Kane return. So full-time wrestling.
Why?
Because it keeps him out of politics.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm all for it. Take up the team.
The lesser of two evils.
Yeah, Kane on top.
If he comes back, give him some new attire, right? I'll make him go corporate. Well, we know he don't like wearing masks, do we? So obviously he can't come back in that iteration. But it's honestly when you
I just got that. That was it took me a while to get him in. But no, they should do that. Like if it comes back right, a big angle, like fire, everything. He comes out and he just deletes his Twitter account. That's what I want to see.
God's sake. Maybe that's why they don't have the Hall of Fame as a black tie event anymore, because Kane hates both of them groups.
Okay.
Yes!
We planned that one.
Yes! I went there in my pocket for months.
We planned that, you can tell.
Yes!
That was like one of those have I got news for you segues, you know what I mean? Where they've clearly went from.
Great stuff. I'm buzzing with that. Absolutely buzzing. In the all seriousness, I don't want to see him come back because I just don't see the point. He's going to come back. He's going to choke slam somebody. He's going to go.
Yeah. Yeah, he can do that on a Raw anniversary. I'm fine with that. He is a bit of a wrestling legend, isn't
he? Yeah, I guess. He's not in the Hall of Fame yet, is he?
No, and he probably deserves it again for his. I mean, Donald Trump says it around there, is it? But for his
Hulk Hogan's in it, twice.
Yeah, to fair, there's some, to play, but so he probably does deserve that on his wrestling. It's weird the Hall of Fame, isn't it? Really, because it's like your character that goes and not you, isn't it?
Sometimes when you think about it. Scott Hall is not in the Hall of Fame. Razor Ramon is.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, so if Kane was going in, you couldn't really argue it, could you?
No. But again, the character though, this is a man who had sex with a dead body and killed his parents and stuff in a fire and that. And
yeah,
So, if we're going character based, but then
Yeah.
Kurt Angle's in, isn't he? So
Yeah,
he's done some dodgy stuff.
Yeah, Edge. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of people there. And characters-wise, should not be anywhere near
it. Triple H got married. Everyone forgets this. Married Stephanie McMahon while she was passed out.
So, it's true.
It's wrestling is weird. Okay, right. We'll jump now. Finish with WWE. We're going to jump to AEW. It was Revolution this weekend. We'll go through the cards. Anybody who actually watched it? No, Terry Peters has, but it's not here.
Yeah.
I ain't had time, I'll be honest.
I mean, I forgot it was on. So we'll go. The dark match was Matt Briscoe and the Lucha Brothers beat Ari Daivari and the Varsity Athletes.
The legends.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that match. I mean, I love the Lucha Brothers and I'd like the Briscoes as well, but Ari Daivari, Josh Woods and Tony Nese, that's got 205 Live written all over it. I wonder that was on the dark match.
Have you seen what they're doing with the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships?
Yeah, I've been a climb to the top of the mountain ladder match or something like that.
Reach for the Sky ladder match.
Yeah, that's it.
Is this Jeff Jarrett's influence?
No, Reach for the Sky was the Briscoes theme tune.
Yeah, right.
The Reach for the Sky, boy. And then,
when you said mountain, I thought it was the King of the Mountain, whatever that TNA crap was.
Yeah. No, Jeff Jarrett's got a title match next week, I think.
Yeah, of course he has. Yeah. How was that? How was not the world not kicking off on Jeff Jarrett having the title match?
Everyone likes the It's good heat.
Oh God. I hate the double standards.
No. It's good heat.
Imagine if he had one in WWE, but Goldberg, a genuine legend, comes back as a title shot. Everyone's kicking off. Fucking Jeff Jarrett smashed 1,000 guitars and didn't draw a dime. Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's just it's only the newly christened International Championship,
which don't make any sense.
No, but it's a connection of it's connected to some movie, innit? I don't understand the connection now. But it's in collaboration with I can't remember what movie it is now.
What was it called before?
All Atlantic.
Which didn't make sense because you had the China on it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Which in the Atlantic.
It is not us. That is correct.
So I've got the.
I'll come back to geography around.
Yep, that day in geography is doing something. Okay, right. The first match on the actual card, Ricky Starks beat Chris Jericho. And the Jericho Appreciation Society was banned from ringside. Is he going to be done? I know he keeps saying he's not, but
no,
it looks like he is.
No, I don't think he is. He wanted Ricky Starks to win that match because they're trying to build him up as one of the next big stars.
Okay. Has Jericho not got a career match against MJF?
That's already been done on it.
Has it?
Oh, so you reading headlines from like 2 years ago? So.
I saw it the other day because going on about this MJF Mitzvah Mania or whatever it's called.
Bar Mitzvah thing, yeah.
And I thought I saw it on there.
I don't think they'll be putting Jericho back in the title picture.
No, because Jericho's a heel in it at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it was an old one then.
I feel like it did happen. I can't remember. I feel like it did happen though.
I'm just frantically trying to Google it.
Yeah, because they did the history of Jericho and he had to face all that, and then the last match of it was against MJF.
Now maybe I just saw it. I just
saw
it on Twitter the other day.
It was one of the many gauntlet matches, wasn't
it? Maybe that's like an old thing I saw then. Maybe it was like someone said it was Full Circle. I didn't really read it. Okay, next match then is Jungle Boy Jack Perry defeated Christian Cage in a final burial match.
Yeah, buried him alive.
Christian regrets going to AEW.
Yeah. I don't know because he's probably got more. It's probably been featured more prominently. It's like Jericho, isn't it?
Has he been featured prominently though?
I think he's probably been booked better in AEW and had more fun with the storylines than what he would have with WWE.
Yeah,
because I think we'd have all been hoping for an Edge and Christian title run, and it wouldn't have happened.
I don't. Yeah, because would they have beat the Bloodline?
There's possibly. Yeah. It depends if this whole Edge retirement in August is true, isn't it? Because it would be a shame for him to not have one more match together.
Well, Beth Phoenix came out and kind of she's not kind of debunked the rumors, but she's kind of said we'll retire when we're ready to retire, and we don't think we're ready. So I don't think they're retiring yet.
Alleges the new king of the return, so maybe he'll never retire. Be like Ric Flair, he'll just keep coming back.
He's already done it, hasn't he? So you can't really have a emotional second retirement, can you?
Well, his initial, if he hadn't have got injured, or if he hadn't had to come out when he did, I think he was planning on going to the next WrestleMania and he was going to retire then.
Yeah, because his neck was. But then, but he probably still would have come back because obviously the treatment he had in his neck.
Yeah, but he was going to get retired by Christian.
Yeah,
that was the plan. So maybe they're going to do that again.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't really want to see him like against each other now. I don't think
it didn't work before, did it?
No, but I think now because the end of the careers, I'd rather just see him have a fun match. Someone really. Give the Usos a really good chance, but not actually really good fight would not actually beat him.
Yeah. But is that the match we want? If they let's say Edge and Christian get back together, is that the match? The Usos,
whoever is the champions, Russ. I think the only thing that really makes me think would Edge go to AEW is that he owes a lot to the Revival, doesn't he? FTR, and they seem to be staying.
Yeah, it looks that way now, doesn't it?
I don't think it would though. I just don't think Edge would, because I think he would have got. I think he would have gone.
Yeah, but that's the only thing. Like, I think if Edge could choose the last Edge and Christian match, he'd choose FTR. But
yeah, probably.
But then again, I'm sure the bald fella, who's just almost the most irritating guy in wrestling, isn't he? Not Terry Peters. I mean, Dak.
But Terry Peters is also annoying.
Yeah, the bald fella with a mustache. Yeah, think about it. He's Terry Peters, isn't he? But I'm sure he was like, "Oh no, we might not have actually signed." But like, nobody cares. No one ever cared about the. Do you know what I mean? It was like, this whole FTR, will they go to WWE? Will they go to? No one really cared. Like, I know that sounds bad, but they really didn't.
No.
They're a good tag team, but they are a tag team.
Yeah, they've got nothing else going for them.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, the fourth match then was House of Black beat the Elite. What has happened to the Elite? Why are the Elite third match on the card? Come on. What's all that about? I know they don't want to be
pretending to go to WWE. Really can't be honest, as I've just described, but they don't really know what to do with them, do they?
No, because this is the problem with having them. I don't think you should ever have announced them as EVPs or whatever, or made such a big deal about them being how high up they are. Tony Khan was obviously the money. You didn't need the Elite to run. It's not like they've put in half. They're not paying for it.
I think you did need them for the marketing.
Yes, announce them as the wrestlers.
Yeah.
But I think you've booked yourself, and they did the same with Cody. Everyone knows they're running the company, so they can't put themselves at the top. But the Elite should not be in a 6-man tag match, third on the card.
I think
you shouldn't be.
We're probably learning why trios championships have never really taken off that way in any promotion, really.
While we're on them, then, do we think they're gonna move over? And apparently, they're going into injury time or something like that. There will be an injury time.
Yeah. Well, the news this week is that AEW are working on long-term contracts for all of the Elite because they don't want them to leave. So it's kind of down to the Elite now. What do they want? Do they want to go to have their moment in WWE? They might say, "Oh, yeah, we don't want it." There's no wrestler on this planet that doesn't want to go and work for the big leagues, even if it's just one run.
It'd be a shame, wouldn't it? Because I imagine they'll look at WrestleMania and think, because no disrespect to any other wrestling company in the world, nobody else can fill a 100,000-seat stadium.
No, even New Japan don't fill the Tokyo Dome, do they? It is just the Tokyo Dome, I guess.
And nobody else can do that. And WWE will do that regardless. If you want to wrestle, and I know they're at the 100,000 all the time, that was just one we've been to. But if you want to wrestle in a 60, 70,000 seater plus stadium that's nigh on full, well, there's that many people there, you have to wrestle in WWE. And if I was the Elite, and yes, they might have managed to get all their creative stuff, but surely they're going to watch WrestleMania and see people like Cody and their other mates and think, Well, I kind of wish I'd done that. Why can't they go to WWE for a year and then go back to AEW?
Yeah. I mean, at least you can say you've done it. I mean, I'd like to think that something like these big stars in the Indies and in AEW and Impact can look on it and think, well, actually, if we did go across, we're not going to get treated like shit because Cody's having the best run of his life.
And that's right. And even like everyone forgets, even though it was only 7 years ago now, AJ Styles was world champion 6 months in.
Yeah.
It's not like he got buried as an indie guy or whatever. Even like Daniel Bryan Danielson, like, although he'll never do it. He did, didn't he? So they're not really hard done by, I don't think. And
No,
this whole narrative, like, all right, some people it didn't work out for sure. Some people you wish would do more than they actually did there. But I don't think this whole, you've made it bigger than another company. Because they're saying that 1 second, like, Vince don't like his own, they don't like their own creations. The second minute, you complain about too much fucking Goldberg. Which one is it?
Yeah.
And I know people say about Sting, don't they? But Sting came 20 years late.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that Sting decision was still bullshit.
No, it was. But if Sting had gone when his Time Warner contract ran out, he wouldn't have been booked like that.
No, yeah, if he'd gone 2003, 2004. And it was that time they teased it right before. I mean, to be fair, we got Taker Michaels instead, didn't we? So different. And then we got Taker Triple H.
Yeah.
That was the last chance he could have gone out a proper run, I think. I think he was way too. But then again, he's having a decent run now, isn't he? But I don't think we knew about the treatments, did we?
No.
The Sting was Stinging now. I don't think Sting was in this physical shape when he was in WWE.
No,
even though it was 8 years ago.
I think the only person I can think off the top of my head who was treated like properly badly is DDP.
I was just going to say, DDP. Yeah.
But everybody else, Kevin Nash, when he went back, he had the injury problems.
Yeah.
Scott Hall had his own problems, but still got a match against Stone Cold at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Hogan won the title again. Ric Flair had that Hall of Fame run.
That fucking Booker T thing's bullshit on it. That's the other one as well.
Yeah. But then he did win the world title.
Yeah, he was too late at that point.
No, but he still won it.
Yeah. But I don't know. It won. I don't know because it's like fresh in my memory because it's just been coming up a lot. But my God, that stuff.
He should have won that. But still, the fact he was in a WrestleMania main event, it's not like he got better than DDP.
No. And even if you look now, like Nakamura won the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. I think it is a bit of a thing. I think what the thing is for wrestling fans is they think the stars going across are bigger than they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's the main one.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of both, though, isn't it? Because I do think there are times when WWE don't expect people to be as popular as they are. Because like when Nakamura and Styles went over, there was a buzz about him. I don't think everyone was clearly people weren't watching him every week because New Japan wasn't getting the same. But you know about him, don't you? Like look at Cody, right? What was AEW averaging like 1 million viewers? So technically, half the audience shouldn't know who he is, or shouldn't get why he's such a big deal. But it wasn't really the case. I think the internet's more powerful than you think when it comes to these indie films.
That's also true. Speaking of somebody who's just come in, it's not on our news list, but who's that Mexican wrestler who just signed?
Dragon Lee.
Dragon Lee is going to get a massive. Is he Mexican or Japanese? He's Lucha, isn't he?
He is Mexican, but I think he's got like Japanese.
Yeah. He's apparently going to get a massive push in NXT.
Well, yeah, so they're going back to the roots, I think, aren't they? Well, no, not the roots, because the roots would Boris would be heel Michael Cole, but they're going back to their...
Titus O'Neil running around with a beer keg.
Yeah.
Well, I think Ron Brecker will be coming up to main roster after WrestleMania. I think they're going to put the title on Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah, so and I won't be mad at that.
Would that be a good first feud for Hayes?
I don't know much about him, Dragon Lee. I know there's a lot of hype, don't they?
Yeah, he's very good from what I've seen.
But again, that goes to what we're saying. It makes it bigger than another company. Yes, it is the smaller brand, but still is going to be at the top of the card.
Yeah.
Okay, next match at AEW Revolution was Jamie Hayter beat Saraya and Ruby Soho. I think Ruby Soho has now joined Saraya and Toni Storm.
Yeah,
some sort of heel faction that nobody cares about. I did like a thing though. She did call out fans, didn't she? When she said, "You all begged for Saraya to come back, and now you're all slugging her off."
Yeah.
But that was her own fault. Do you know I'd be annoyed that if I was in that group, if Tony Storm's the one who should be really annoyed because Saraya dragged her down for absolutely no reason. She was doing all right. Saraya mentioned the name. She's become muck.
Yeah, I don't know. That faction needs to end. Basically.
I'm a big fan of Jamie Hayter though. I think she'll be across in WWE in a couple of years.
Again, one I don't know much about, but she's obviously been paired with Britt Baker. Are they doing like an originals against the ex-WWE? Is that the feud?
Yeah, I think that they haven't said it like that, but yeah, I think that's pretty much the way they're going with it.
So I can't think of any other women on AEW's roster apart from the ones who were involved in this match. Is Nyla Rose still there?
Yeah, Nyla
Jade Cargill,
Rose
that's the big one.
Jade
Cargill, yeah. That's right. Okay, that's it then. She didn't get a match on this card. Why didn't she get a match on this card?
You got Rio still, aren't you? She's still kicking around on there.
Is she still there?
Yeah.
Okay, the next match then. Hangman Adam Page beat John Moxley by submission in the Texas Death Match. I think did that one got quite highly rated? That one, didn't it?
It got 5 stars, but it had like forks and all sorts. It's mad.
Was it a John Moxley death match?
It was a full-on death match. Like it wasn't like a death match. It was like a full-on death match.
Yeah, better than the exploding ring match or something, wasn't it?
I think for me, I don't really like the uber violent stuff, but I think for those who do, which neither does Dave Meltzer normally, but obviously he's really highly. I don't know, he's contractually obliged. But yeah,
Ooh.
if you like it.
Yeah.
No, I just find it weird. It's like, it's not really my thing. 5 stars. Do you know what I mean? It's just it's weird there, isn't it?
Listens to the fans though, doesn't he? Listens to the fans if they enjoyed it and he gets a good rating.
Yeah, except for Price Hogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Still not mad about.
And Edge, Seth Rollins, and Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, 4.75. But no, I don't know. He prefers that style, doesn't he? But yeah,
Sami Zayn Nakamura also didn't get 5 stars.
What was I was going to say now? Yeah, I don't know. It's if you like people sticking forks into his heads, then yeah, good for you. It's good. Yeah.
Then watch that match.
Yeah.
The next match then, Wardlow beat Samoa Joe for the TNT Championship. He's a new champion.
Now, speaking of
as well, he's lost it to Powerhouse Hobbs, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Well, actually, they're at the title at the minute because
he lost it because he got robbed.
Yeah, his car got broken into, and the title got stolen out of his car.
Who Hobbs did?
No,
Wardlow. Yeah. But Powerhouse Hobbs is technically champion.
No, yeah, he did. He is champion now, wasn't it? And I think he had a replica belt. But yeah, the actual belt got stolen out of Wardlow's car. And QT Marshall returned. So big stuff.
Yeah, nice one. QT Marshall, BT Gun. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what to say. Speaking of the Guns, they beat the Acclaimed. Billy Gunn is with the Acclaimed now, not with the Guns.
Oh, that's happening ages ago.
Says to me, Daddy. Come on.
That's a wrestling journalist.
No.
Good job we got one. Good job we got us on this show.
Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett and Orange Cassidy and Danhausen for the to retain the tag team titles 13 minutes. And then in the big one, 60-minute Ironman match, MJF beat Bryan Danielson 4-3 in overtime.
Yeah. Daniel Bryanson thinks he's done.
He said he's going home, didn't he, or something like that.
Yeah.
But I think people say, no, he's going back to WWE now. I think he genuinely means he's going to his house.
I think he means going to Ring of Honor. It's home.
I think the promo made it look like he was just going home.
That's what I thought. He was going to his house.
It was well done. So I think he'll have a match in Ring of Honor. Because why wouldn't you, right? And if they want to sell out at WrestleMania weekend, you'd make it easy to do when you stick him in a match.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he ain't going to go there full time because did you see they've got 12,000 subscribers to Honor Club? I just think they're not going to, for 12,000 subscribers, you're not going to take someone like him off. You know, if you're trying to hit 1 million on your main show, and they've got another hour now, haven't they, as well? Apparently,
yeah, another
a new Saturday show.
Yeah, AW Explosion or something. It's going to be called, isn't it?
Yeah, was it Collision?
Something like that. That's only rumored. That's not been announced.
Yeah. It feels strange though. If you're Tony Khan, surely you'd be like, "Can I just use that for Ring of Honor?"
Yeah, I
Even
don't
if they call
understand.
it AEW Ring of Honor, I don't understand why there's that much hesitance to do that.
If it's going to be another dark, who cares?
Yeah, well, what I think we should do, this is what I do. Tony, listening, right? You know that they tape Rampage and Dynamite at the same time, and no one cares about Rampage, and you can't use the same wrestlers, right? So Wednesday nights, Dynamite Live, do that. Then I would do Rampage Live on a Friday, or tape it on a Friday, and tape the Saturday show at the same time, but have it as a different taping. Double the crowds, and you can use your wrestlers again.
Yeah.
So someone could have a match on Dynamite and on one of the other two.
Or even make it like a Heat or a Velocity style.
Well, I
show.
feel like Rampage is already like that, isn't it? And it's just,
Cheap.
but it's going to be on at like 6 p.m. I think. This new show,
but it's good if you.
It's going to be more family oriented.
It's not a bad
John
thing.
Moxley's not going to be on there. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing though, because I used to watch Velocity.
Yeah.
On a what was it like?
Yeah. Well, it depends
on
on
a
the network
Sunday
one.
morning or something.
Yeah. But I guess like
you've missed the main show and you watch the highlights and catch up.
I think someone said that
match.
they should make it like the old WCW show. You know what was the one Saturday night, however, or worldwide, where they have like a in studio show and it's like we'll throw to the Mongo versus Alex Wright, or you know what I mean, like those types of ones.
Yeah, the big matches. Like
yeah,
different,
the huge matches, the big ones given away for free. Yeah,
that was WCW though. Wasn't it? WCW get a lot of work for free.
Yeah, Mongo and Alex Wright. Yeah,
Mongo, Alex Wright, Goldberg, Hogan.
Yeah,
tell me I'm wrong. Were both the matches given away for free?
I can't know. Yeah, well, whatever. Go on. Move on.
Right then, so that's it. That's it for the news. There wasn't a stream this week, was there, Lou?
No, there wasn't us, but which was a shame because it was going to be the last one. Well, no, it's not going to be the last one. 2K22. So here's my plan. Right, Tuesday night, so tomorrow night, as this goes out, 2K23 is out. So I'm going to hopefully download it in the morning, and we'll have a quick stream. We're just the main roster. Check out War Games. Check out the new game.
Have you seen? Sorry to interrupt. Have you seen the differences that they've made to Universe mode? But you can select what cutscenes.
This is what I was going to get to, right? So I feel like I need to set that properly this year.
Yes.
So Rest Around Mania, I'm going to do on 2K22,
right? And
then we'll have a night after, and we'll do it properly. I've checked out all the animal heads are still there.
You can get War Games on it as well on the Universe mode.
Yeah, so it's all happening. Finally, but yeah, so that's the plan. We're gonna do Rest Around Mania still on 2K22, just so we don't have to fuck about with the universe mode.
Yeah,
right. We'll do that properly. But Tuesday night stream will just be messing about with 2K23. That Clash of the Castle Arena looks really good. So we'll do that match.
Wonder if you can see
Drew win.
Wonder if you can see Terry Peters' shiny head.
Yeah, you can. There's just a light top corner. It's actually Terry's head.
Go put that light up there.
Yeah.
You didn't take his shirt off again today. Yeah.
And then there's just a cutscene where you just see Phil just falling down the stairs, just falling over the seats in front.
It's like when Sheamus's old entrance. That's what it looks like all the time.
Yeah. She's that blinding, completely out of the spotlight. She's Terry's head.
Right, that's been the news then. I don't think we've missed anything, have we?
No.
Short news week. Getting into WrestleMania season. So it's getting exciting. But Aaron, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Lou, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And get ready for listening. And join us on Wednesday for our 150th episode special.